Hi guys, and welcome to this video on the 9th of October 2018 where news has broken today that Panini has regained the English Premier League publication rights for commencing the 2019-20 season. Firstly, I'd like to give a big shout out to the author of Stuck on You, Greg Lansdowne, for bringing this information. Fantastic stuff where he's spoken to Panini directly. I'll leave links in the description below where you can see the full interview for that on the Fantastic Cards Review Forum. Big shout out to those guys as well there who do a fantastic job. What I'm going to do now in this video is I'm going to show you all the history as Football Cards and Stickers know it. Of course, a lot of these albums are actually older than myself, believe it or not, which is a miracle. So it might be a little less sketchy at the start, but I believe it to be 100% correct. So what we're going to do is start when Panini first started producing stickers in the United Kingdom. As you see, it was for the World Cup Mexico 1970. I've got the international, or this is the Italian version cover there. You might have seen separate covers. This comes directly from my granddad, or nonno I should say. So as it passed me down, so as you can see, these basically were cards which were stuck in, but there was a few stickers, as you see, such as the flags in there for the Panini Mexico 70 collection. Now, as it was such a successful collection, probably worldwide, but definitely within the United Kingdom, then Panini had used a brand called Top Sellers, where they produced their first English League album, as you see, in 1972. Yes, 1972. There, by the looks of it, is George Best. I'm sure a lot of you younger viewers will still have heard of George Best, one of the finest, if not the finest, player ever to play in the English League. So they started in 72 under the bracket Top Sellers and finished those, even though they called them cards, they are in fact stickers. Their last album before they rebranded themselves in Panini UK was the 1977 album there, Football 1977. It's got Pat Jennings on the front for anyone interested. Plenty of stickers to stick in the collection. There's Ray Clements celebrating Liverpool, who won the title. I think they won the European Cup that year as well. There you can see the FA Cup. It looks like Southampton won the FA Cup there. Manchester City winning the League Cup final. So basically you've got all the players there. There's no uniform of the stickers, as you see. Some are action shot there with Alan Ball, who played in the England World Cup's final. Some are profile stickers, as you see there. There's a young David O'Leary, went on to play for Arsenal for many years and managed Leeds, I believe, when they were in the Champions League. So shows how old this collection is, as you see here. They've done all the first division teams, which was the equivalent of the Premier League back then, and then you had at the back you had the promoted clubs, which finished off, and then some extra information. So a really nice collection that was, and I'm sure it was very, very successful. Which led to Panini getting a UK office. Before that, however, as you see here, the first sticker collection with the Panini branding, as you see there, with the Panini Night, was the Euro Football 1976 album. This one for the 76-77 season. Now, it only featured international teams, as I'll show you inside. But there is some good information in there, as you see here. Figurine Panini are now in Britain, as you see. So it says it feels fantastic to be there, and this Euro football collection is not only one, but there's loads of different sticker albums which we're correcting. Now they distributed through Mini Cards Limited, as you see here, for their sticker albums and stickers, as you see. So Mini Cards were the kind of mini man where you'd send away for the stickers for that address in London, as you see there. So here's some of the stickers, a fairly basic sticker collection, this one, with different teams, as you see, from different countries. There's Juventus, Milan, Inter, Cesena, Napoli and Torino from Italy, for example. So that's really cool. So now let's move on to which is widely recognised as the first English League sticker collection from Panini in the United Kingdom, and of course it's got Parola on the front, that iconic scissor kick image there, which was used so many times in the glory years. Let's have a quick look through the sticker album for the English League. There you see, which was just basically profile stickers, as you see there. There's Chelsea, of course, with Ray Wilkins, etc., back in 1978. And you see the size of that album. It wasn't very genetic, as you see, and the following season they moved on to a slightly larger album, which they followed mostly through the 80s, which I shall show you now. So here you see Football 79, as you see there, with the mighty Cyril Regis from West Bromwich Albion on the front, and they were much larger albums. I won't go too much into that one. 83 was a little different. Let's give you a peek at 1983, and also I picked up 1986 from my collection. If you're wondering if we will go through the entire Football Cards and Stickers collection, yes is the answer. That will definitely happen. We shall do that in a future video, but just to show you some of the differences here, these went down really nicely, these stickers. I really like them, where there's a full shot of the player with the football, as you see, and manager card and sticker, which was really nice, as you see. Of course, Arsenal, the Gunners there, and there's the team sticker. So it's all really uniform, as you see, which made the album very collectible. Then you've got some rules on the... You also had Scottish teams in there, which were half stickers, as you see. And then you've got the laws of the game, which are a nice addition there. I don't think many ever bothered reading, but they're nice stickers. Then you've got how to complete your collection, etc. As you see, the album cost 20 pence back in 1983. So next up, we're just going to show one of the most popular football albums for the English League, Panini Football 86, as you see here, where it really was the height of collecting sticker collections, as you see. You've got all the award winners on the front there. Then some of these lovely stickers inside, profile stickers, all uniform, as you see, which collectors like so much. Let's have a look. I think Everton were the champions the previous season, as you see here. Some fantastic players in that side. There's Gary Lineker, of course, who's on Match of the Day now. Then you've got Liverpool, of course, with some widely recognised players there, etc. And then for the second division, you just had a half sticker badge and the team. That's nice. And Scottish League. Then you had the programmes, of course, which I really like the feature there. Here's the generic programmes from each club there, and of course including Scotland. Of course, programmes on their way out at the moment, unfortunately. I really like the idea of programmes during games. Now, as we went through the decade and into the 90s, Panini started to lose interest in these sticker collections and the publication license. As you see here, here's the Soccer Super 7s, which they attempted to issue for much younger junior. As you see, they used their junior stickers name for the collection, and you'd basically have 7 stickers per team for every single team in the top flight of Scotland and England, but obviously sales were on the decline then, culminating in one of the worst collections they produced, Football 93, as you see here, which was in fact their last official one which they produced on the English League. And as you see, they're huge stickers, not really desirable at all, as you see there, and not many per team. In fact, would much rather the smaller sticker collections, and that was basically it there. I think it was only how many, 276 stickers in total in that collection. And then a new emerging company called Merlin won the rights to what was renamed as the Premier League, of course, in 1993, and they were allowed to produce sticker collections, which they did. Let's have a look at their first one for anyone who hasn't seen it. Now, there's plenty more stickers, of course. And here we are, as you see there, that went through the years. And of course, Topps ended up buying Merlin during the period between then and now, and took over these sticker collections, which will cease in this year coming. So as we push through the years, let's have a look at the first ATTAX collection, which was in 2007-8 season for the Premier League. As you can see, I keep them fairly well in these script seals. Here's the original collection at the bottom there. Excuse all the merchandise. Like I say, I will give a video in future regarding all that and the different packs, etc. But let's have a quick look through the first ever Premier League card collection. Of course, there was a World Cup card collection of ATTAX in for the World Cup 2006. So here you see much better quality card, which they used back then in comparison to nowadays. Much thicker, as you see. The interest was really high in this ATTAX collection. I believe they were selling packs nationwide every 2 or 3 minutes at the start of the collection, which was unheard of before they entered the market with their ATTAX products. So there you can see there was still a few limited editions back then, but not as many as nowadays. Let's just pop that back in the ATTAX original collection, and underneath there with all the merchandise there you can see the ATTAX Extra, for example. They done many different packs each collection back then. Of course, here you see there was 6 cards per packet in the extra collection. Who did we have? We had other extra limited edition pack types as well there. So there you can see the start of the ATTAX collection. Again, I'll do every single collection through the years on a separate video, but this just to explain. And of course, now they've lost, after this 2018-19 collection here, as you see, with the latest cards, as they've lost the publication rights for the Premier League. Of course, the UEFA Champions League ATTAX collection will continue. I believe they've got one more season after next with that publication license before it comes up for tender again. But let's show you some of the cards which you will expect to see in the Premier League Adrenaline XL Panini collection for 2019-20 season. So, as you see with the tub in front of you, we have the Panini ADRENALYN XL Calciatore 2017-18 season collection. Now, this is a National League collection for Serie A by Panini with the ADRENALYN XL brand, which we fully expect Panini to use for the Premier League 2019-20 season. So what I'm going to do now is show you what you can expect, try and alleviate some of your concerns, as it's quite an exciting period for the collecting community. So let's have a look at some of the cards back from a couple of years ago. And as you see here, you had the standard base. Firstly, can I just say the binders which these National League collections used from Panini are much better, as you see, much thicker. And for example, this binder holds 640 cards, not back to back. Yes, that's right, not back to back. It's not a cheap binder like the ATTAX ones, which are produced where they expect you to put in back to back. As you see, the cards are much thicker than the ATTAX ones used. There is an online game which you will be able to play there. Of course, they're very big on the online game, so a Premier League one will be being played. Now, if you play a certain amount of games on the game, I believe you win a massive poster. So whether that still continues for the Premier League, that would be exceptional. Let's take you past the base, and we shall show you some of the insert cards. So I don't know whether they're going to change the names. Of course, you have update cards as well, which come out in later packets, so be aware of that. Here's the Idolo cards, which are the fans' favourites, as you see, really bright and colourful there. Then you've got the quadruple cards, the goal stopper cards, the transfer cards there, super draft, and here's their equivalent of the man of the match cards, as you see here. Here's Borja Valero Stella card, as you see there, with the black border. Of course, used to play for West Bromwich Albion. A little bit of information some of you may not be aware of. And then in the difference between them, the 100 clubs are the equivalent of top players, as you see here. Here's Gonzalo Higuain with 100 and 100 rating. Now I'll show you some of the odds of those. In the update sets, which just come in standard update packs, you will also have manager cards. They're done every season in Spain and Italy. Then you've got the extra insert update cards, and of course here was, of course, Paulo Dybala was the top player last season update card. So really nice that. Let's just pop that in the grip seal bag clearly. And then of course a lot of you guys will have concerns over how many limited editions are produced for the collection, including myself. I don't like the FIFA 365 where they release so many different limited editions in different countries, etc. The Premier League one, of course, just based for Great Britain, similarly to this Italian collection. So you can see how many limited edition cards were here, for example, for 2017-18. We've got 9, 18 and 21, 24 cards, which included the printed signature cards there of Gigi Buffon, Romagnoli and Strootman. This is a really nice feature, these printed signature cards. They're normally found one in every box of the premium packs. I will show you those very shortly. Here's just some extra update cards which I keep. And here's the different packs. As you can see what we keep, we've got official guide, game board, checklist, etc. Then we've got all the different packs here. As you see, I just want to show you some different packs. As you see, you've got a premium gold pack, which they do in FIFA 365. That will be expected to be done in the UK set. So here we have, as you see here, top player cards, one in every 50 packs. but there was only 4 in this collection. I believe there's 5 in this year's Italian collection, and an Invincible 101 card, which was found 1 in every 100. So they usually are the only trouble in getting those cards, for example. So you may have those. The cost will be, in fact, cheaper to collect the Panini Premier League Adrenaline XL Premier League collection than it would be to collect a Match ATTAX collection. That's for certain. After collecting these for around, well, 8 or 9 years now, the Spanish and Italian leagues, I'm certainly in a position to advise on that. So there's the kind of collection which you're going to get next season for 2019-20 from the card perspective. But what can we expect from the sticker collection, of course, which Panini really looks after, as well as the cards? I think Greg was talking to the chairman of Panini and asked him the question how they felt, and basically they felt the sticker collection was neglected by Topps. It was probably around between 1% and 2% of sales in comparison to when Panini done them, for example, here in 1986. So let's hope they go back retro-wise and do the kind of sticker albums like that. I'll be really chuffed. Maybe you youngsters won't agree. I'll be really interested to hear your comments in the description or comments below. I'd love to read them to see what you think of these. And of course, what do you think of the? You've got to think the binder is an exceptional improvement on Match ATTAX, but what do you think of the cards? Obviously the thickness will be a better quality, but what do you reckon on the designs? You'll have to let us know in the description below. Of course, it takes all opinions from all different collectors, so I love reading those. Hope you guys have enjoyed this informative video where Panini have regained the publication rights from the 2019-20 season for the English Premier League. Leaving Topps now only with the Champions League and of course the Bundesliga. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button, and of course I'll see you guys all in future openings, but until then, adios.